Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the Indian ethos and management. In today's video, we are going to talk about the relevance of Indian scriptures to modern management. We'll be looking at what the Indian scriptures have to speak about the emotional intelligence. We'll also be looking at the Indian scriptures, the thoughts of Indian scriptures on sustainable growth, and finally, the lessons for modern managers. Let us look into the emotional intelligence and sustainable growth. Indian scriptures like the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, and Arthashastra are not just religious scriptures or texts alone, they are rich sources of managerial wisdom. They talk about focus on inter leadership and responsible growth, which is highly relevant for today's complex business environment. They address leadership, decision making, emotional control, and ethical growth, which are issues that modern managers continue to face today. These texts provide holistic approach by integrating inner development with external performance. Emotional intelligence in Indian philosophy lays great emphasis on self awareness. It is a foundation of emotional intelligence according to the Indian philosophy. The Upanishadic principle, Atmanam Vidhi, or know thyself, emphasizes understanding one's emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and motivation. Today, we talk about SWOT analysis, where we do SWOT analysis for oneself as well as for the organizations. SWOT analysis is a method to understand your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So, similarly, the concept of Atmanam Vidhi, as was given in our scriptures, also lays emphasis on knowing oneself or one's emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and motivations. It emphasizes on control over mind and emotions. And it also lays down that for external leadership, inner mastery is more important. Managers who are self aware and can regulate their behavior, communicate effectively, and lead with clarity and confidence are able managers who can lead their team in an effective manner. The Bhagavad Gita teaches samatva or equanimity expressed in the verse Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. It means balance of mind. Emotional stability in success or failure leads to successful leadership. We have already discussed that in one of our previous videos that Bhagavad Gita teaches the ability of for a person to remain calm and composed even in adversities. Whether it be success or failure, you are the same. The success will not lead to overjoy, and the failure will not lead to depression. So, Samatvam Yoga Uchate means your ability to remain calm or you are equal at any point of time. Leaders should remain emotionally stable during success or failure. Such emotional balance helps managers handle stress, resolve conflicts calmly, and make rational decisions even during adversity or market volatility. Now, let us look at what the Indian philosophies and Indian scriptures have to speak about sustainable growth. It underlies the importance of need over greed. The Indian philosophy promotes harmony between human activity and nature. The concept is called as aparigraha or non possessiveness, or it means that instead of accumulating or amassing wealth out of greed, you should be able to amass wealth only, or you should be focusing on uh, wealth accumulation only based on your need. So it discourages excessive accumulation and greed. Businesses guided by this principle focuses on responsible use of resources, ethical profit making, and long-term sustainability rather than short-term exploitation. So this leads to balance between consumption and conservation, and the harmony. It also leads to harmony with society and nature. Now, the Kautilya's Arthashastra supports wealth creation or artha, but within the ethical and societal boundaries, as we have already seen in one of our previous videos. It advocates need based growth, where economic activities contribute to societal welfare. We have already discussed that Indian philosophy is focused on balanced economic growth, wherein the organization exists in order to contribute towards the society, or the seva bhava, wherein the profit is not just for the individual requirement of the organization, but it is for satisfying the stakeholders, all the stakeholders of the business. So businesses that prioritize stakeholder well-being and ethical governance achieve stable long-term success rather than risky greed-driven expansion, which often happens in short-term goals. So finally, the lessons that modern managers can take from our scriptures is leadership begins with self-awareness. Our scriptures talk about self-awareness, and that leaders who are self-aware become able leaders or efficient leaders. And it also stresses upon the emotional intelligence and enhances organizational health. Sustainable or need-based growth ensures brand longevity. By integrating these principles, managers can build resilient, ethical, and socially responsible organizations. So, Indian scriptures thus teach us that leadership begins within and growth must respect limits. So, with that, we have come to an end of our sixth video, or we have talked about various aspects of Indian ethos and management over the last 6 videos. I hope you are following them and enjoying these videos. We'll be seeing you next in another video soon. Thank you.